Hello, I've been keeping something from you, and here's why. Today is the 20th anniversary of a nervous breakdown that I suffered in 1995. So, 20 years ago, on the 19th of February, aged 23, I dropped out of university in London and I ended up being sectioned in psychiatric care. So, what on earth happened, right? To cut a long and painful story short, I hadn't been to sleep for nearly 6 days straight after using Pro Plus and amphetamines and copious amounts of coffee so that I could stay awake to produce the best ever dissertation. So, my reclusive behaviour alone on my computer meant that I was caught in a perfect storm of circumstances which almost killed me. Um, it certainly changed the path of my life forever. So, after the toughest year of my life, I very sheepishly returned to university to complete the remaining semester of my degree. I graduated with the grade that I wanted to get, that I'd aimed for. Life was good again. I put my troubles behind me. But in October 1996, I lost my mind again. Um, this time, the psychiatrists diagnosed me with manic depression. Um, these days, it's called bipolar. But either way, I was devastated. And now, 20 years later, I'm coming out. Um, I feel it's time I came out. Now that I've learned what it feels like to live with it, I thought, why not celebrate this occasion of my own acceptance of myself? That's why all walks of life come out, right? Um, I've spent years trying to avoid being a target, and now I want to speak about it. I feel I owe it to a greater cause, otherwise, nothing's going to change. So, why haven't I come out before now? Why hide? Well, at only 24, when someone gives you the label of bipolar or manic depression, it's a huge cross to bear. I had enough debilitating insecurities at that time anyway, without a diagnosis of mental illness. So within weeks of being told that I was manic depressive, I realised that I was different now. Not good different, unfashionably different. Some people drop you like a hat when they find out you've got a mental illness. Girlfriends leave you, bosses fire you. I mean, at the time, I felt like I was being run out of town. I felt like I had to go back to London and become anonymous and blend in. My strategy since then has been to survive in plain sight like a bipolar zebra. Black or white, never grey, but always in camouflage. Don't be an extrovert, you'll attract too much attention and scrutiny. Go to the library, read psychology, find out what actually happened to me in 1995. Why me? I know from 20 years of research that acceptance as a manic depressive is an incredible journey for a lot of people who want to blend in and be unremarkable. Bipolar affects 1 in 100 people, so there's quite a few of us around trying to get by. Hello, nice to meet you. You may be asking yourself now, like, is he safe around me? Well, I'd have to ask you the same question. Am I cured? No. I've learned that you're not responsible for your illness, but you are responsible for your recovery. You've got to get on with your own life. Could it happen again? I once went 9 years without an episode, but it was only a window. My current window is about 6 years and counting. Bipolar can't be cured, it can only be managed. So, what is bipolar? For me, bipolar is like a good football match or a rugby match. In a packed stadium, passionate fans. Think about it. Your emotions and your mood are affected by something you have little control over, especially if you're not on the pitch. So, to help control the mood swings, the doctors give you medication which brings you life for the rest of your life. What caused it? During my time at university, I treated sleep with the utmost disrespect. It's now known that sleep deprivation precedes many kinds of mental illness, including bipolar. Because of a lack of education, I didn't take my sleep seriously in 1995, and I've had to live with the consequences of those decisions ever since. It's widely known that people only really start to live after they've faced death. The majority of the last 20 years have been a marvellous transformation for me into someone that I would have never become without the blessing of the first nervous breakdown. On the surface, a nervous breakdown implies that you are weak, when in fact, you're much stronger for having gone through it. Bipolar is my bedfellow, and it's in my heart. I can't remember what it was like before. I only know what it's like now. And now I'm ready to stand up and say something. I'm accountable for what I think, for what I say, and what I do. We can't always blame. Be gracious, patient, and grateful. Thank you for the 7 minutes of your time that you've just donated. It means a lot to me. If you want to find out more, visit www.hypermanic.co.uk.